The effect of nitrates on water systems. What can we do to lower nitrates? We already know that the nitrates in most water systems can affect the health of other organisms and any other type of species that drinks or enters that water. We also know that if too many nitrates are entering the body, it can damage your blood vessels, which could lead to heart disease. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the nitrate levels to see what I can do to lower them using a certain chemical. The purpose of the following project is to see how many nitrates are in different bodies of water and what we can do to lower them. And if we do that, what would be the effect? My hypothesis is that the nitrate's clear. If the nitrate's clear, we can stop bigger problems and bigger sources. Maybe not using the same chemicals. I've never done anything like this before. This is going to be my first time. I tested the amount of nitrates. This is the procedures for the project. I tested the amount of nitrates in 3 different water sources, starting from the highest amount of nitrates to the lowest and what happens after they are reduced to a safe amount. The data I collected was the amount of nitrates in 3 different sources. And if I could remove those nitrates using my substance. I collected samples from the Potomac River, Little Hunting Creek, and rainwater. Here I compared the different amount of nitrates at the starting point of a low amount to a high amount. How I tested them, I put each water sample into different tubes and I used my substance to first check the amount of nitrates in it. Then I used my other substance and added it until it made the water change from a darker color to a lighter color. And if the color gets lighter, I will know that all the nitrates have been removed. Here we have the graph showing the amount of nitrates in different water samples. Rainwater, 0 ppm of nitrates or 0 milligrams. Little Hunting Creek, 0 milligrams. And Potomac River, 5 milligrams. When I added uh, the the chemical to Potomac River's water, the water started turning chunky. Uh, and that's something I didn't expect would happen. I also expected Little Hunting Creek to have a high amount of nitrates because no organisms other than ducks tend to live over there. The results for the rainwater sample from Little Hunting Creek means that the organism will have a hard time trying to survive in that area because organisms need at least 10 ppm to survive in an area. Mm, I did seem to be correct about the rainwater and the Potomac River, but the sample of Little Hunting Creek, I was wondering, and I did some research. The ppm level of it should at least be 10, and that is according to other scientists around the area. This is also what I expected. I think the sample I collected from the creek was wrong, or I possibly have made an error. My data was mostly correct other than the data of Little Hunting Creek, and I made sure to use freshwater tester. These results mean that I was correct and my hypothesis came out correct because I know that rainwater has no nitrates and where organisms live have to have a certain amount of nitrates to live. If the nitrate levels are high, the animal would most likely not survive in that condition. The results have a connection to my problem because the effect of the nitrates of these systems other than rainwater has a good amount of nitrates where an animal could survive in. This means that none of these water sites need lower nitrates because they are all animal friendly, other than rainwater. Also, the water systems are safe for us humans too. These are my references.